Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. It's the same thing every day, family. I want to make sure that my candle lighters, that those that are in support of Nyame journey, man, listen, make sure you get your breath. Don't allow these crackers to take your breath. Don't allow some of these wayward black folks to take your breath. Don't allow this narcissistic system to take your breath, family. With me right now, take a conscious breath. Breathe on purpose. And I think purpose is one of our principles. But hey, it's not the principle of the day. I want to say great Kuji Chagalia to everybody right now. Great Kuji Chagalia. We are in the week of Imani, so we want to clap it up for Imani. So we want to celebrate Kuji babies and Imani babies. Imani babies is your week. Kuji babies is your day. We are learning about both of them today. Family. Now, first off, I need to apologize because the show for Umoja, or yesterday, I tried to pre-record. It was time for me to do my show, and I forgot to turn on record. I forgot to hit the record button. And then I forgot to take and turn on the mic on the recorder. So you only got a half an hour of a 2-hour discussion. A 2-hour, even wasn't even a 2-hour course that I gave about the Nguza Saba. Right? This is why it's important for you to get on the Telegram, join us. You know, I didn't even post up anything that went with that. I just, because those who know, and you can get it. Those that are in Telegram group, you can get it. Because I'm doing a lot of work to make sure that this stuff comes out, and I want to start being able to focus on the tribe members that are there to get it. You understand what I'm saying? Those that really want to get it, because the piece that I'm trying to get across is, family, that every day we got to plug into our culture. We got to start our day with our culture. We got to have the middle of the day in our culture, and we got to end our day in the culture. This is why in Islam, because Islam is one of the newest religions, right? And I know a lot of people get mad about that, you know. As John Henry Clark says, it's one of the most unoriginal. I ain't going to quote Doc Elder. I ain't going to quote the great ancestor John Henry Clark. But the point is that it's a reason why they have prayer at least 5 times a day. To start the day, during the day, in the middle of the day, and at the end of the day. I want you to understand this, right? So if we want to liberate ourselves, right? Liberation has to be part of our day. Thoughts of liberation, thoughts of revolution, thoughts of change, thoughts of improvement, thoughts of growth, thoughts of community, thoughts of unity, thoughts of self-determination, thoughts of collective work and responsibility, thoughts of cooperative economics, thoughts of purpose, thoughts of creativity, thoughts of faith have to be on our minds all day. It has to be worked into the fabric of our employment or our career, or as I say, our adventures. Family, with this system, you will be able to transform what you do on a daily basis into a nation building tool. Or you should be able to. Our ancestors are magical and powerful. They have given us crystallized wisdom that we could plug into and that we could build with. But out of fear, we don't. You know why? Because this requires for you to make some people feel uncomfortable. Even the ones that look like you. Because a lot of times you ain't got to worry about the ones that don't look like you. What you don't have to worry about is the ones that look like you. And because you make them feel uncomfortable, they will try to destroy everything that you have. And if they heard that, if you heard that and you understood what I just said, type Ashe into wherever you heard this, right? Wherever you heard this, type Ashe, right? Let me know you out there, because the whole piece is, family, the only way we're going to grow is if we grow. And speaking of that, if you would like, subscribe, share the Daily Spark podcast. That's right. Like, share, and most importantly, comment so that we can grow, because the algorithm is not designed for us. It's not designed for conversations like this. It's not designed for this. Now, when I'm going to start challenging some of you, especially those of you with time, and that's some of the elders out there, right? We need to start writing about our liberation. We need to start writing about our community. We need to start writing about the institutions that we need. We need to start writing about the individuals that we need. We need to start singing about it. We need to start dancing about it. We need to start cooking for it. Right? We got all these different segments, and all these things are aspects of life, and we need to start pulling them all together. We need to start politicizing for them. Because if this is what we truly want, because what this country is demonstrating to us once again, it is that I will give it to you and I will take it away. Right? This is why liberation can't be given. It has to be taken. Liberation can never be, it can't be given to you. You have to take that shit. Freedom has to be taken. My fault. Liberation could be given to you. Freedom has to be taken. Freedom has to be taken. Because the only reason you're not free is because somebody else has the freedom that you have. Or someone else is using your efforts, your labor, your skills to increase their freedom. And by you giving to them, you are decreasing your freedom. Right? So in order for you to be free, you have to take that shit. Man, I stand corrected once again. Liberation can't be given. You got to take you have to pry it out of your enemy's hands. And if they dead, pry it from their cold dead hands. Now feel bad about it, because it was yours in the first place. They shouldn't have had it. It was your birthright. They shouldn't have had it. We are servicing and serving in a system that we never owed. We are paying debts that we never owed. In fact, we're paying debts to individuals that owe us. Many of us came out the womb in debt. And we feel bad about where we are. And I'm speaking mostly about me, right? Because like I said, man, I was talking to my son today, and I'm like, I'm so glad that I'm able to be in a position that I'm in so that you can experience freedom. And I want to make sure that I'm able to have it for my daughters and some of my nieces and nephews, not even some of them, but all of them. I want them to be able to explore themselves and not have to be in a hurry to rush out into this world. And as elders, listen, as elders, those of us that are elders, we have to have young people that we kind of blanket and help keep the wolves off of them long enough so that they could become. So that we know that when the fire finally hit them, something that's so powerful and so beautiful is going to emerge. That's going to shock the world. I know many of us only know the hard way. Many of us only know the road of sacrifice. Many of us only know the road of suffering, because that's what we was brought up in, and that's what we was taught. But that don't make it right. 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 Family, what is the reason for us developing civilization and for us developing communities if every generation have to suffer in the very same way? Where is the evolution? Where is the growth? Where is the new challenges? But this is why Brother Hatim needs a script But family, I wanted to apologize. I don't know how I got on that. I wanted to apologize because, like I said, I didn't get the whole conversation. But this is why it's important to be in the Telegram group, and you could push some discussion and pull me in. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I know you might be hearing this, and it might be 5 years from the time that I said this, but I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to come into the chat room. I'm waiting for you to come onto the Telegram. I'm waiting for you to spark it off. Right? I'm waiting for those who see the black signal, and you're coming towards your culture, because you understand we got to build and maintain our own shit, not just to be exclusive, but to make sure that we are able to survive when individuals that we've been paying our fair share to we've been overly sharing, we've been overly friendly to, overly accommodating, decide to say, hey, our guns is bigger than yours, we're taking our shit back. Right? That's why we got to cling to our principles. This is why I do this show for you, right? Because, like, check this out. After I do this show for 7 years, right, and I don't put the dates on it, after I do the show for 7 years, I have it locked in as a 7-year loop. I will, at any given time, you'll be able to go into the archives of my show and get that vibration, because these vibrations for these days repeat every 7 years. Like right now, we are on Kuji Chaglia Day, in the Imani week, in the Ujima cycle, in the Ujima year. So the next time this will happen will be 7 years from now, where we will be on the Ujima year, we'll be in the Ujima cycle, we'll be on Imani week, and we will be on the Kuji Chaglia Day. So these things go in cycles. Life is a cycle that goes round and round into the laws of Mayat. I'm bound. Right? Come from one of my old rhymes. Yes, Brother Hatim was a budding rapper at one point in time. In fact, this is what's crazy and how the universe works. It was, in a sense, my rhyming and writing skills that got me into doing what I'm doing. Part of my first job was helping a group of young people, including myself, put together an album called Afrocentric Warriors. Put together an album, right? That was one of my first gigs. So, and I'm continuing in the work all the way up until today. I did that in my early 20s. I am now in my late 50s. This is crazy, right? My whole life I have been able to live within my culture, unlike a lot of other people. So, that's why I'm not that judgmental, because I know that I'm blessed. I've truly been blessed, and I'm going to continue being blessed. But hey, let's get into the show today. Family, once again, like, subscribe, share, and of course, the most important thing, comment, and understand that if we going to grow, we have to grow. The only way we grow is if what? That's right. If we grow. All right. So here are the haikus that I wrote earlier today, because it's one of those holidays and I'm just chilling. I'm really chilling, and I'm getting ready to get moved and get resettled. So I'm going to try to make sure that I get the show, but it might not be as comprehensive as it is. Well, it ain't comprehensive now because I still ramble, but it is what it is. If you like what you're hearing, family, type in the Ashe. Let me know your thoughts about the show. So here we go. Haiku of the day. Packing for my move is complicated for me. Feeling unstable. All right. Next. Okay. What's up? That's one of those nation builders coming in, right? I feel overwhelmed. Learning new things every day. Being human is hard. Next, my adversary points blame, shame, and guilt at me to slow down my growth. That's the haiku. That boy haiku and that boy haiku. Now, let's get into the official haiku for today. Shed the borrowed name. Scrape the buildup from your eyes. Faith is what you claim. All right, the Yoruba proverb of the day. If a crocodile eats their own eggs, what would they do to the flesh of a frog? Now, family, I have to stress this. If you are not on the Telegram group and not on that thread where I'm posting up these proverbs every day, because this proverb was posted up on Imani. When I typed in and this proverb popped up, I had to pause. I had to pause. Hold on. It's real life over here at Nyame. I thought I heard my older daughter's voice. I'm wondering, like, why are you back so early? So I was going to check on it. Being a father, right? Being an elder, we got to figure out what's going on. But anyway, let's get into it. But when I heard that proverb, it kind of excited me because my mind was working on that. Because if you go back to those proverbs on 2 days ago, my mind is like, damn, it's asking this crucial question. If a crocodile eat their own eggs, what would they do to the flesh of a frog? And I know some of y'all like, and I hope some of y'all catching the symbolism in this, right? These are heuristics, right? And in order to unpersonalize them, we often use animals. I think they call it anthropomorphize. We humanize animals so that we could use them in a discussion. This is deeper than just a goddamn crocodile and a frog discussion. This is a human being discussion. This is a type of human being discussion. And I hope that you're getting that. But we're going to talk about that a little bit. I can't wait to hear your analysis of that proverb. So here we go. I want to wish you peace and power, family. Tribe, gather close on the porch today. Oh, we ain't got the porch. But gather closely on the metaphoric porch. Well, of course, as we start growing, as we are growing right now, we will eventually get this porch. Brother Tim is speaking to you today. We need to have this conversation about what happens when our structural algorithms meet the fire of the real world trials. Today we are standing at the crossroad where Kujichaglia's self-determination intersects with Imani. For the Imani, for the initiated, y'all should know what that means. We are looking at the fiery red of Imani through the deep focused indigo of Kujichaglia. Check out the pictures that I posted for today. The ancestral algorithm for today gives us our weapon. And here it is. Get ready. You ready for it? Get your pens, pencils, recorders. Get ready. I am not what happened to me. I am what I decided to become. I am not what happened to me. I am what I decided to become. Think about the Yoruba proverb for a second. If a crocodile eat their own eggs, what would they do to the flesh of a frog? Look around at the matrix we live in. We are trapped in a system that doesn't value its own children. Family, think about this, family. Because I got with y'all. We talked a couple of days ago about this test. We're living in a system that don't give a shit about their own children. So what are they going to care about ours? But anyway, let's look at the matrix we live in. We are trapped in a system that doesn't value its own children, a system built on extraction and consumption. If this modern empire feeds on its own, why are you out here expecting it to protect your mind, your family, or your destiny? It will consume a frog without a second thought. Yet to many of our brothers and sisters, they are wandering around like the lost little Simba in the story that we have in Nyame. You got to get one of those books, family. Y'all need to go on and get on this Nyame literature, because I've been writing for years, right? The little lost Simba, completely wrapped up in the false narrative, believing they are a sheep just because they were raised in a pasture of dependency. They are restricted by blame, shame, and guilt, trying to fit into a world that sees them as prey. When you look at Imani through the lens of Kujichagulia, you realize that truth and true faith is not a passive crutch. It is an active weapon. It is not about waiting for a handout from a system that is fundamentally hostile to your growth. Kujichagulia demands that you stand erect and declare who you are, certifying yourself instead of waiting for a crooked world to give you permission. In the trials of G was betrayed by his own family, stripped and sold into slavery. Dang. Now, family, I kind of went through that yesterday in the discussion, but I'm gonna keep it moving. He didn't survive by doing more or begging his captors for mercy. He survived by shedding his old illusions, going inward and realigning his mind with the Creator to transform his reality. Tribe, it is time to cut the noise and drop the weight. The world has loaded you down with false treasures and heavy burdens. We have been conditioned to believe that our survival depends on the matrix of our captors. That is a lie. Kujichagulia means we name ourselves, define ourselves, and create for ourselves. To master these principles, you must explicitly scrape off the following psychological buildup. The buildup of blame. Stop expecting the crocodile to change its appetite. Drop the illusion that the system will eventually validate your humanity. The burden of false narratives. Like the lion trying to eat grass. For those who don't know, the story of the lost little Simba is about a Simba who's raised by sheep. Right? He was raised. He thought he was a sheep. He tried to be a sheep. But anyway, you got to come and check out the story. But like the lion trying to eat grass, you are suppressing your natural power just to fit into a group think matrix. Turn off the corporate programming and look into your own heart. Lastly, the noise of overactivity. You do not need to do more. You need to release what is unessential, clear your mental house so that your true sun can rise. When you align your self-determination with absolute faith, you step into your potent center. You stop reacting to what happened to you, and you step into the divine authority of what you decided to become. Now, for a deeper exploration of this attractive self-mastery path, study The Warrior's Handbook for Life's Journey, Player's Pyramid, and Haikus by Hatem, or Freedom Within Limits by visiting my author's page. I know I had to do that shout out, family. I try to make sure that it is in the link, but it's going to be in my bio or in the description. Maybe not in the description. I don't post up that all the time. But anyway, so check this out. Where you at, Anime? Because you must, Anime fell asleep. Anime? Come on, Anime. You got to get it right. So here we go. Get your Nguza narrative map. Find your way, family. I will help you. It's free. Link on. Let me know if you in there. Because that means if you're going to get the map, you might as well go and join the Telegram group and be like, Brother Tim, I've been waiting for my map for a week, for a month. Anyway, become a support member of the Daily Spark. That's right. Become a candle lighter. I need supporters. We need 1,000 supporters. We have 1,000 supporters. We ain't got to ask for money to go to camp. We ain't got to ask for, you know what I'm saying? Hell, we got a staff. Actually, we still going to have to ask for money, but y'all understand what I'm saying. We won't have to ask for as much. You know what I'm saying? But if everybody lifts a little, no one has to lift a lot, right? Because the goal for G&J Media, because it's called media, we are, if you look at the cartoons that I'm posting up, we really are right now exploring building our characters and really using this AI to kind of jump into some spaces that we really didn't have the money to jump into. But shit, AI is making it so easy. Hey, look at my lions roaring and shit like that. Look at some of these images. Wait till I finally decide on what G looks like and put the story of G, right? The trials of G out. Oh, it's gonna be dope. But anyway, get your Rep Your Principal shirt. Got the link down there. You gonna order you a shirt, get you a shirt. See, and come. I can't wait to see you at one of these festivals sporting your t-shirt. Last but not least, become a member of the Daily Spark Telegram group so we can have these discussions. Now, just because, and I know y'all heard it already, but just for tradition's sake, Listen up.
It's the proverb of the day. The proverb of the day. The proverb
of the day. I said it earlier, but I'm going to say it for you again. Today, we are coming from the Yoruba people of West Africa in the Nigeria area. I can't wait till we take our borders back and just really remap stuff so that we could have some peace, because we're fighting inside of boxes that we didn't create. But anyway, from the Yoruba people, and the proverb basically says, if a crocodile eat their own eggs, what would they do to the flesh of a frog? Now, I told you what I thought about it, but I am more interested in what does it mean to you? And you know what that means. You are now listening to Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.